Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shirley Ferguson. And if you want to know more about me, check below down in the description box so you could get more information about me. I know you noticed the title of this video, Stop. And you're probably wondering, stop what? I'm about to tell you what you need to stop. And this happens to all of us. We're going to get a little deeper into this. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. We're going to dig into this thing about stop. What am I talking about? Stop doubting yourself. You ever trip off of how we always doubt ourselves about anything that we do, whatever we try to accomplish? We doubt that we can accomplish it. We doubt that we can go forward. We doubt that we'll have a relationship. We doubt that we can finish school. We doubt that people will like us. We doubt that. It's always doubting ourselves, not realizing how powerful we really are. God has created us in his likeness. We have so much on the inside of us that we don't even really recognize that we have. And we doubt the power that's on the inside of us. How crazy is that? Why would we doubt the great power of God that's on the inside of us? I don't know, but we all do it. And we have to get to a place where we just have to stop doubting ourselves, regardless of what we hear, what we see. Y'all be seeing some stuff. You don't know. You're going to have to stop that because we are limiting ourselves because we doubt ourselves. And then I also did a little research about doubt and found out that a lot of things come from fear. And when we have a fear, that's what brings doubt. And then fear stops us because we doubt the capability that's on the inside of us. And we all know, we all make mistakes, we all mess up, but we have to continue. Even if we fall, we get back up, do it again. Why are we tripping? We have to get out of that. And we always cause other people to keep us from being who we really are. Yeah, I'm different than a whole lot of people, but that's not going to stop me from being who I am. Yeah, you might say you don't like me. Yeah, you might say I sound crazy. Yeah, you might, whatever you might say, it doesn't bother me because I'm not doubting myself. Now, if I doubted myself, I would say, well, why are they saying that about me? Why are they? I don't really care. I'm going to be who God created me to be. And I have to, just like you, stop doubting yourself. But fear will stop you in your tracks. Fear is something that all of us sometime experience, but we have to know, and they use the acronym FEAR, and it's false evidence appearing real. Okay, we say that, but do we believe it? Stuff that has presented itself to us, a lot of it is not even really real. It's crazy, but we'll have a fear for something that's not even real. That don't even make regular sense. And I use that term regular because it don't make regular sense. So as I was studying, I was looking through what fear was. And of course, if you're from the Christian background, go to church, love God, you have a connection with God, you know that fear is sin. Why? Because God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So fear is something that we say comes from the devil, which it does, and it's a sin. And fear actually has a voice. Whenever you want to accomplish something, have you ever noticed that a fear usually tries to stop you? For instance, let's say school. You have a fear of being older, going back to school because everybody's in the class is younger than you, and you have a fear that you might flunk. Everybody's looking at you like, man, you like 60 years old. You just now, yeah, boo, I'm about to do this. And if I fail, I'm going to do it again until I get it. And we have to get over that little voice. That voice is always in our ear, nonstop. But you have to be the one to stop that voice and that fear from entering into your life. Fear is a driving spirit which brings torment. That thing is so true. It's like people that are, say, afraid of riding roller coasters. They have a fear and they are like just petrified. And it's like a torment if they know that they have to get on the roller coaster. Or I'll tell you another fear. I've heard people have a fear of going to the dentist. Me personally, I love the dentist. My dentist tells me all the time, you come too often. But I like going to the dentist because I like getting my teeth clean. Or if I have like one little thing that's off, I want you to fix it. No, it's not being perfectionist. I just like the dentist because they clean your teeth. They keep your mouth healthy and strong. So some people have a fear, which is a torment of going to the dentist. They don't like to see the needles. They don't like to hear the drills. They don't like the smell of your teeth getting grinded down. But it's a torment. And so what happens is you don't go to the dentist And then you find yourself with all types of cavities, and you got, you go to smile, you got black all on your teeth. So it keeps you from getting your teeth fixed and healthy. And then also fear, that torment, it compromises the immune system. I didn't even realize that. And it compromises your immune system. And it can be a root of many diseases. And that's something that we really need to take into consideration, because if we have that torment, we have that fear, it causes our immune system to get low, and then it causes diseases to be able to take effect. So we have to get to the place where we repent. I know a lot of people don't believe in repenting. They always think about forgiveness, but really repenting means you have to turn, and you can pretty much like walk away from. So we have to try to get in that place of not being afraid and doubting ourselves in things that we want to accomplish. So I looked up some stuff, and the first thing that came was being afraid. That's afraid of anything that could be like bees. I know some people are afraid of birds. People are afraid of spiders. I know at our church, I always get on the young ladies and say, they say, it's a spider, come kill it. I'm thinking, look how big you are. Look at the little spider. And you scared of a spider? You could just step on it and crush it, smush it. But you're afraid, and you let that little spider control your whole life. So being afraid is part of the fear. Also, anxiety. I know people that have anxiety, and it could be like driving, and as soon as they get in the car or they have to learn how to drive, they're like shaking, and that anxiety take over. That's the spirit, and we know that. And it keeps you, and it's a fear, and then that's that doubt. It keeps you from driving because you have this anxiety that comes across and on you, and it just messes you all up. Also, confusion is one. Disapproval. Oh my God. That's one that everybody always has to deal with. Disapproval. We always want to be approved. It's just like being on here or anywhere else, and somebody disagrees or says a bad remark or says something else. You feel like you need to get that approval. You can say whatever you want to say. You disapprove me all you want to. I'm still going to be who I am. And we have to get away from that, because that's a fear, that's torment, and it's doubt. Also, a fear that paralyzes you. There are things in our lives that will paralyze us and keep us from going forward. And whatever it is that you have an issue or something that's keeping you, we have to get past that. Also, it's insecurity. There are people that have insecurities in a lot of stuff, the way that they look, the way that they talk, the way that their body is, the way that their hair is, the way that their lips are. God created us all different. And when he created us all different, I thought it was a good thing, because I don't want to look like somebody else, and I don't want to act like nobody else. And so if we have insecurities about ourselves, it's really easy for people to notice that you have insecurities because of the way that you respond. God wants us to have boldness, and he wants us to, when we walk tall. Don't look like you're intimidated and you're scared and you're frightened, because people take advantage of people when they know that you have insecurities. So that is something else that causes fear, that stems from fear, and will keep you from going forward. And I'm really a person that I'm a pusher. No, not of drugs. I'm a pusher to push you to be the best you that you can be. And when you're the best you can be, God is so honored, because you're not being held back by anything or anybody. And that's what I do. I push people to their next place. Yeah, a lot of times it's not comfortable. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, people talk about you and say, but you don't understand. I've been through a whole lot of stuff that a lot of people don't know, but I don't talk about it because it's not holding me back no more. So, but you can look at stuff to help you to go forward by looking back, but not to keep looking back to where you stayed back there. So I push people to get to the better them. And it makes me feel glad when I see people getting out of their comfort zone, stretching themselves. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to say things and not look our best, but who cares? It doesn't matter. You're who you are. And so you don't want to have anybody in a place of bringing intimidation to you, being intimidated. Intimidation is something that a person puts on you because they don't probably like themselves. So nobody should be intimidated behind anything because you are where you're at. We're not here to compete and compare and to try to outdo somebody else, you know. And if you are, do it for a good reason, a good cause, because you want to better yourself, but never to put anybody else down, because you're never going to get anywhere doing that. And that's what they talk about, the crabs in the bucket. Then also nervous disorders. That's a part that comes from fear. Being nervous about things, panic attacks. When somebody calls you out and tells you to give them something or say something to somebody, you get panicked like, oh my God, what am I going to say? You panic, you freeze, you fear, and you doubt yourself. What if I don't say the right things? What if people don't like what I'm saying? What if? But what if what you're saying helps somebody? What if? So you have to stop with all these things against yourself. You're hurting. You're your worst critic. You're keeping your own self from getting where you need to get to, where God wants you to be. Panic attacks, paralyzing fears, being scared. When I was younger, I love dogs, still love dogs, but when I was younger, I was outside playing on our street back in San Francisco, and I went to this girl's house, and her family, I rang the bell, the family opened the door, they let their dog out on me, and the dog chased me. I ran down the street, the dog jumped on me, he ripped my leg open, people were trying to get the dog off of me, and they finally grabbed me, they took the dog home, and I had to go to the hospital and all that. But even in that, at first, that thing of being scared of dogs tried to come up on me, but I had to get out of that and not be afraid and scared of dogs. So what I did was, even after I came, I was young. I was in either kindergarten or first grade, and I put myself in the presence of dogs so I wouldn't be afraid or scared of dogs. And that's what we all have to do. We have to get to a place where we step out of our comfort zone and to, like, if you're afraid of birds, get around birds. That fear thing will take over you and it will paralyze you. So now I love dogs. When I was in the city, I had about 6 or 7 dogs. I had a huge backyard. To this day, I love dogs. Got bit, tore up by a dog, but I love dogs because I got over the fear and being scared of dogs. And I know some people don't like that because they feel like, it's out of their comfort zone. But hey, you're going to be stuck there and you're going to be limited if you're afraid or if you're scared, you're paralyzed, you're frightened, you're intimidated. All those things keep you from being the best you that God wants you to be. Then also they have, they were talking about phobias of bugs and failures and germs. There are people that I've seen that have a phobia of germs. They wear gloves, they wear masks, they don't be around people. That's a phobia. And that really is hindering people from being free and having freedom in their lives. And they live in a bubble. We weren't created to live in a bubble. So we have to stop. We have to get in a place of stepping out of our comfort zones, getting out of doubting ourselves. If you just do it. Even if it doesn't sound the way that you want it to sound, do it anyway. I know people that I have talked to years back that know me, and when they talk to me now, they say, man, your voice sounds different. And I'm like, yeah, my voice now is raspy, I preach and all that good stuff, so my voice is different. But I'm not gonna just stop talking because of my voice. This is my voice, and you don't like it, don't listen, right? So we have to get comfortable with ourselves and stop doubting ourselves and know that we can be the best we can be. You are great. You are amazing. Stop doubting the ability that's on the inside of you. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're handsome. You're strong. You have wisdom. You have understanding. You can go beyond even where you're at. I can go beyond wherever I'm at right now. But if you don't step forward just like me, if I don't step forward, I will never be no better than where I'm at now. Who wants that? I don't. So stop doubting yourself. You are amazing and don't even know that you're amazing. You are incredible and don't even know you're incredible. You are lovely and don't even know you're lovely. You know, we take all these things that people have told us in our lives about who we were or what our mother was or what our father was or who our aunties were. I don't care nothing about that. I'm not like none of them. I might have some little bit somewhere, but I'm not here to be like them or to act like them. I'm here to be who I am. Just like that. You don't like it? Oh well. But you gotta stop, and I'm gonna stop. We have to stop to get to a place where we can be who God called us to be. And if we don't do that, we're gonna be stuck in a box. And who wants to be stuck in a box? It's like a dog being in a cage. You gotta get out and run around. You can't stay stuck in a cage. You know, I have a little dog, and he's small. He's a Chihuahua. And I tell you, as soon as I open that cage for him to come out, oh, he'd be running all around like he ain't never seen the house before. So that's how we got to be. We got to get out of that and stop doubting ourselves and know that we were created with greatness on the inside of us. So I encourage you to stop. I encourage you to stop doubting yourself. I encourage you to stop limiting yourself because you were made with greatness on the inside of you. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And don't forget, I have books, and the book that was on one of my videos is Walking in Wholeness. And I think that's a book that you need to get. And you can get that on my website at www.shirleyhferguson.com, which will also be in the description box below. There are other books on my website that I think that you would enjoy, and you can also share them with others. Until next time, remember, get free from people because that is the key that will unlock your full potential. All right, y'all. See you next time.